we just demand recognition, we demand an apology, which, if a student died within a campus, it is of course the responsibility of the administration.
In the afternoon, in a working day of the week, a student dies in campus premises with no medical emergencies provided to him. That is a very serious matter.
The condition was so pathetic. There was no signal, मोबाइल डेटा कुछ नहीं था वहाँ पे. There was no electricity. वो भी मांग के एक दिन के लिए लगाया था, वो भी temporary basis पे.
Our demands for the past 1 month in Yangyang, we have launched several protests. We've been shouting every day, but our voices have been unheard in Yangyang campus, and it feels like Yangyang campus is being neglected more and more. And no matter how much we scream, how much we shout in Yangyang campus, our efforts, our voices, our energy is going to waste. So we thought we'd come to Gangtok itself and talk about our issues. Make it out in public what is going on in Sikkim University, right? So if you had heard about it, there has been an incident in Sikkim University where a student lost his life. एउटा विद्यार्थीको ज्यान गुमाएको छ because in broad daylight आफ्टरनुनमा क्याम्पसकै प्रेमिसेसको भित्र because of a lack of medical facilities, especially emergency facilities, ambulance समयमा प्रोभाइड नगरेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि, अझै थुप्रै कारणले गर्दाखेरि, he is no longer with us. Unfortunately, he was our friend of the art department, and it meant dearly to us. Despite several protests over a lot of things, we have not been getting any accountability. We have not got our demands met to the proper degree. So we have come here in hunger strike. We are in hunger strike, not even a single drop of water since the morning, and we are staying here in Sikkim University administration building in Gangtok itself. I've come all the way from Yangyang to Gangtok to talk about this. So our demand is very simple. We got 4 proper demands, right? 4 proper demands. First is the fact-finding committee. Right, we find the fact-finding committee absolutely biased, completely administrative bias. The people that we are questioning in regards to this negligence are the people that are chairing this fact-finding committee, the people that are gonna get incarcerated if the.
Make it clear what facts you want.
So the fact-finding committee was created to investigate over the incident. It was created by the authority themselves to investigate over the incident. That happened, and why, what was the reason for the death, and if there had been any negligence. Fact-finding committee चाहिँ एडमिनिस्ट्रेसनले लागेको थियो. किन राखेको थियो भने नेग्लिजेन्स भएको छ भन्दाखेरि हामीले भएको छ भन्दाखेरि यिनीहरूले स्वीकार गर्नु मानेन. अन्त भन्यौ कि हामी स्वीकार गर्छौँ जब हाम्रो फ्याक्ट फाइन्डिङ कमिटीले भन्छ हामीले नेग्लिजेन्स गरेको छौँ भनेर. अन्त द फ्याक्ट फाइन्डिङ कमिटी इज एक्सट्रिमली बायस. सो वी डिमान्ड अ न्यू फ्याक्ट फाइन्डिङ कमिटी टु बी एस्टाब्लिस्hed वेयर स्टुडेन्ट्स आर इन्भल्भ. देयर इज नो स्टुडेन्ट्स that were involved in the incident that are included in the fact finding committee. There is no faculty from Yangyang campus itself, that should, there's no faculty from our own department, that's there in the fact finding committee. So we demand a new fact finding committee. And what was there was they did not want to acknowledge their negligence until and unless the fact finding committee came up with a report. But the fact of the matter is they did not even give us a deadline. They did not give us a deadline as to when the fact-finding committee is going to submit its report, and but the student had given 3 deadlines, which has been ignored absolutely. And because of that, I am here now, coming for a hunger strike, demanding a deadline, demanding a new fact-finding committee, demanding transparency in the fact-finding committee, right? And the main reason why we are pushing for this fact-finding committee is accountability. We want the administration to not run away from its accountability over what happened. There has been absolute severe negligence from the university's part. Literally in the afternoon, in a working day, right? In the afternoon, in a working day of the week, a student dies in campus premises with no medical emergencies provided to him. That is a very serious matter, right? And we had demanded for an apology, and the fact finding and the authority had been a little arrogant in that sector, and they had questioned us directly. Who are you to ask for an apology from the administration? And we were the students that were transferred from Gangtok to Yangyang this semester. Within just 2-3 months of beginning of our classes in this semester, our student has died. Of course, they need to apologize to us because they had taken all responsibility when they were shifting us from Gangtok to Yangyang. But despite taking up responsibility, now that the student is dead, they are running from it. They did not even want to apologize. They compelled the parents to write an application for an apology. I don't think that was a genuine application. And now that if we have a new fact-finding committee that does bring out facts, we demand not just an apology, because this is not genuine anymore. We demand the resignation of the people that should be held accountable for the things that happened in Yangyang, right? Third demand was medical facility in Yangyang. The whole reason why so many protests are being conducted is because a student died because there was a negligence in medical facility. After the student died, it was clear that there was negligence because first aid kits were being provided to hostels. After that, we were being supplied with band-aids and all that. So if you had to supply us with band-aids and everything after the student died, that means there had been that missing. I think that is a fact in itself. मलाई यो लाग्छ किनभने मेडिकल फेसिलिटी याङयाङमा एकदमै छैन, हेर्नुस् एकदमै छैन हो. हामीले एम्बुलेन्स माग्दाखेरि बल्ल बल्ल एम्बुलेन्स आउँदैछ. त्यहाँ याङयाङमा क्याम्पसमा स्टुडेन्ट बितेको त्यति बेला हामीले क्याम्पसमा याङयाङ क्याम्पसमा बित्दाखेरि एम्बुलेन्स झरि नपाएको यति ज्यादा अवस्था भएको युट्युबमा सिपिआर कसरी दिनु भने हेरेर हामीले सिपिआर दिनजलसम्म अवस्था त्यो त साह्रै हो नि त. जब हामीले प्रबन्ध त पाएको छैन उसलाई लोग्नेको लागि, त हामीले फोन गर्दा पनि वी ट्राइड आवर बेस्ट टु सेभ हिम, बट वी ह्याड टु युज युट्युब टु गिभ सिपिआर टु आवर फ्रेन्ड टु बी. सो दिज बेसिक क्वालिटिज हेभ बिन मिसिङ, राइट? एन्ड इट इज अवेलेबल इन द prospectus. We are asking nothing more than whatever has been promised to us in the prospectus in Yangyang itself. So and on the 28th, the first time we gave a deadline to the fact-finding committee. On the 28th, we were waiting for a fact-finding committee report to come out. But on the 28th, instead of a report, what happened was election was declared in our university. Election को मुद्दा कसरी हुन सक्छ जब म नै लडेको छैन है, कोही लडेकै छैन. यहाँबाट हेर्नु 9 वटा पोस्टहरु छ, 8 वटा भेकन्ट, 8 वटा अनकन्टेस्टेड जान्दैछ. अब यो Sikkim University, ST University हो, which is affiliated to a lot of other colleges. Like 28 मा हामीले डेडलाइन दिएको बेला फ्याक्ट फाइन्डिङ कमिटीले 28 मा रिपोर्ट दिनुपर्ने हामीलाई भनेर हामीले स्पष्ट रूपले भनेको थियो. We had clearly mentioned that the fact finding committee needs to give us the report by the 28 मा रिपोर्ट पर्खिँदै गर्दाखेरि अब इलेक्सनको नोटिफिकेसन तपाईले प्लट्टै पाउँदाखेरि तपाईलाई कस्तो लाग्छ? तपाईले मलाई भन्नुस् बरु. चौथो डिमान्ड चाहिँ यस्तो थियो कि when we were being shifted to Yangyang campus, right, we lacked this. So we have a student representative body, but it has been purposely made very weak, right? And we are not being able to demand anything from the, despite having representatives. Throughout the year we are represented. Out of the 12 months, we are represented 3-4 months only, right? अहिले पनि इलेक्सन ढिलो गर्दैछ. हामीलाई पनि डर लाग्छ क्या, अब ज्यादा ढिलो गरेर अहिले पनि हामीले हुनु त भन्दैछौ यो इलेक्सन के समयमा गरेको हैन. यस्तो like we are doubting, but like to delay it further is going to come at our own cost, because our own representatives are going to be able to work only 2-3 months in a year. So we are asking for a stronger student body that would represent our demands the whole year, right? A stronger student body. Because of the fact that we did not have a strong student body at term ko basis ma powers need to be improved. We don't, as a representative body, we have a student association, right? SUSA, right? But we don't have a student union. Right, there's a very big difference between a student association and a student union in terms of how the magnitude of demands that can be brought out to. SUSA can only communicate what what are the requests of the students. Union can demand what are the demands of the students. Because of the fact that we did not have a union, we were not able to oppose the shift from from Gangtok to Yangyang, despite being well aware that we lacked several facilities, and at that time health facilities was at our prior top concern. We kept saying there is no health facilities in Yangyang. Why are you shifting us there? There is no student building created in Yangyang. Why are you shifting us there? Why are you shifting us there? Why are you shifting us there? Even our representatives were trying. Why are you shifting them there? But despite being vocal about it, we were forced, forcefully taken there. Now within just 2 to 3 months of classes, right? Within just 2 to 3 months of classes, our student has died. When they were shifting us there, they had taken all accountability, they had taken all responsibility. Now that we are there, right, and one of our students is dead, they are avoiding accountability, right? And at this time, we don't even have a representative body to represent us and to bring us, what is happening, what is going on, right? So, there are several issues, and जब तक हाम्रो डिमान्डहरु मजाले फुलफिल भइदिन्छ दिँदैन, म यहीँ बस्छु, म यहीँ सुत्छु, म भुइँमै सुत्छु हो, मलाई त केही छैन, मेरो आफ्नै दाजु थियो हो, मैले यति माया गरेर मैले यसलाई लिएर आएको, जुनियर भएर आएको, मलाई थाहा थियो याङयाङमा कतिको असुविस्ता थियो, कतिको कमी थियो, तर मैले कहिले अब आई ह्याड नेभर प्रिडिक्टेड द्याट हि इज गन डाई लाइक दिस इन दिस म्यानर राइट. एन्ड आई always used to be so happy that I brought him to this Sikkim University. It's the central university after all. It receives a lot of funding from the central government level itself. And I was so happy that I was able to bring him here. गर्व हुने कुरा हो नि त, घरको छेउमा यत्रो ठुलो यत्रो prestigious university. Yes, we had several. We've been telling you, we have been protesting for an entire month in Yangyang, right? We have been putting deadlines after deadlines for the fact-finding committee to bring out a report, for the administration to be held accountable for the negligence of a student's death. We've been trying our best, but right now there's an election going on. All of a sudden, at a time when we had brought out a deadline, right? 28 मा हामीले deadline भने किनभने 29 मा मरौ थियो, अन्तिम काम थियो हाम्रो स्टुडेन्टको, कामको अगाडिसम्म तिमीहरूले रिपोर्ट निकाल्नु सक्नु पर्यो नि त. 13 दिनको काम हुन्छ है, हेर्नुस् है, 13 दिनको कामको अगाडिसम्म चाहिँ अब 28 मा त तपाईले डेडलाइन दिनुपर्ने हो, तपाईले रिपोर्ट दिनुपर्ने हो, क्ल्यारिफिकेसन दिनुपर्ने हो, अपोलोजी दिनुपर्ने हो, तपाईले अकाउन्टेबिलिटी लिनुपर्ने हो. यो स्टुडेन्टको एउटा यत्रो एउटा छात्रको मृत्यु भइरहेको छ हैन. इट्स नट अ जोक, लाइक अ स्टुडेन्ट डाइड है. सुसाले त अब के गर्नु सक्छ भन्दैछु त, केही त गर्नु सक्दैन. जति पनि काल्यौँ, जति पनि त्यो गऱ्यौँ, अपिल गऱ्यो भने अब नयाँ सुसा बनाइदियो अरे तिनीहरूले हामीलाई, नयाँ सुसा बनाएर दियो भने पनि त्यो सुसाले पनि बिचारा केही गर्नु सक्दैन हो. अस्तिको 2 वर्ष अगाडि हाम्रो सुसाको मेम्बरहरूले यस्तै खालके राइट्सहरूको लागि झगडा पर्नु जब उभिएको थियो, सस्पेन्ड भेटाइदिएको थियो. अब सुसालाई सस्पेन्ड, जेनरल सेक्रेटरी सस्पेन्ड हुँदैछ, हाम्रो इलेक्टेड representatives are getting suspended, elected representatives are getting discriminated if they are fighting for student rights. They like, read the constitution, is one of the weakest constitution I've seen, right? There are several flaws, I do not even see any room for improvement. I think this university the students of this university is entitled to absolutely new powerful constitution that empowers all our representatives, all the representatives that come forth now, that they can stand आर्ट लिएर उभिनु सक्छ स्टुडेन्टको एउटा राइटको लागि, एउटा हितको लागि, जे पनि आर्ट लिएर उभिनु सक्छ. एन्ड दे विल नट बी इन्कार्सरेटेड जस्ट फर ब्रिङिङ आउट द राइट्स अफ द स्टुडेन्ट्स, राइट? सो अब के भन्नु, हामीले बिचारा तिनीहरूले भन्यो भने इग्नोर भेटिन्छ, इमेल बन्द गरिदिन्छ.
The only demand we had were a proper strong student union. उतना ही पूछा था हम लोगों ने. कल हम जब प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्शन में गए थे, लाइक स्पीचेस में गए थे हम लोग, we asked a question about impeachment, and they said, and they were talking completely about a GDM, which was not even held last time, which they said they did not even promise. अभी देखो, like which democratic process does not takes place without an impeachment process? No election takes place without an impeachment process. Like, how are we gonna ensure that they stick to their demand, like they stick to their promises? कैसा, like आप बोलोगे कैसे कि like वो हमें देंगे जो promise किया है? What is the guarantee that they won't run away like last Susa did? दोनों है. Like, see, it was very wrong for them to hold nominations during the last rites. That was very, very wrong. Like, people who actually were grieving, these people were trying for a power grab, and that is not acceptable. Honestly, it's not acceptable, because देखो, it's not just any student. Like, half of the student university might not know the student. That's fine. It was still one of our student. It was still one of us. That doesn't matter. We will still fight for his rights and everything. We just demand recognition. We demand an apology. Which, if a student died within a campus, it is of course the responsibility of the administration. Like, if that something would have been outside, then question. If it is within the campus without any facility, when we are not, peace and conflict department is not shifted to Yangyang, abhi nahi hai. But when we went there for one day, the condition was so pathetic. There was no signal, mobile data कुछ नहीं था वहाँ पे. There was no electricity, वो भी मांग के एक दिन के लिए लगाया था, वो भी temporary basis पे. वहाँ पे roads ठीक नहीं है. There is no transportation facility. There are little landslides there. And how do they expect students to stay there? देखो, building बनाया administrative building, इतना बड़ा बनाया register office. Student एक building नहीं है वहाँ पे. They are living in faculty chambers. You tell me, how is this right? Would anyone want to go live there? देखो हम लोगों को शिफ्ट नहीं किया है, अभी पीस एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट डिपार्टमेंट शिफ्ट नहीं किया है, जो डिपार्टमेंट शिफ्ट किया है वो आईआर है, पॉलिटिकल साइंस है और लैंग्वेजेस डिपार्टमेंट है। प्रॉब्लम है कि लाइक लुक, आई एम अ फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट, आई वाज नॉट हियर लास्ट ईयर, लेकिन जितना भी मैंने सुना है, लाइक लुक, isn't it basic understanding, it is very implied. I did go there एक दिन के लिए, we had a peace election peace thing conference there, we did go, we were taken there, and that is why when I see that, it is not livable, it is really not livable.